Hello and welcome back to the road to a 400 kilo raw deadlift. So today is the second last session for deads this week. Um, just ended up working. So I was meant to work up to a top single. I ended up doing rep sets on 300 and 340, and then realized rep sets are meant to be next week. So what I did was I had a bit of a rest. I then did I did a single on 340 after doing a 2x2 on it, just to adjust how it was meant to actually go. I did a couple of sets of 3 and 4 on 300 as well just before that. So once I was a bit confident and I felt well enough, I went up to 300 and it was 367 kilos all added up. So what I then did was use that as my top set and didn't worry about any drop sets. I did a drop set, just 2 on 300 just to stretch out a bit because I felt a bit tight after it. But other than that, I didn't really do any drop sets. I didn't put all my sets in today just because it was a bit of a jumble and sort of everything was everywhere because I was training with some family members and I was coaching them at the same time. So I tended to go off track a bit and I was going from just one area to another. And when I was recording, a lot of the time I either didn't record the video that I was actually meaning to record, or I pressed pause and forgot to come back and actually press restart because I was talking to someone and I just, still getting used to this whole actually recording my sessions fully and trying to keep it up to date. So this is also why I'm not using the microphone today, because there is a lot of background noise and a lot of background conversations, which normally I don't mind, but there were some things that we're talking about in just relation to some just personal things I've got coming up and some surprises for my powerlifting journey and some things I'm going for, which I don't quite want to get out there yet because it hasn't been 100% confirmed. So that's why you're getting another boring old voiceover. So today I was actually really happy with how everything moved. I thought originally, because I'd read the wrong week of the program I wrote, I just thought, okay, I'll work up to, it was meant to be 300 for top sets of 3, and that moved really easy. So then I did a couple of sets of 4 and a set of 5 on it, and I was like, okay, let's go 340, let's push it a little bit. Did that, and then I went back to read and I realized that I was reading the wrong day, and I wanted to save it because I wanted to keep my run of I've done over 800 pounds every week for the past 3 weeks and at least every deadlift session I've done. So I wanted to keep it up. So I just thought, okay, let's go for something. I am a bit fatigued. My hamstrings were tight. And I said, what's a safe weight I know I can get with tiny bit of struggle while fatigued, but safe enough that I'm not going to injure myself. So after I did this rep here that you're seeing, the 340, I went, okay, that moved a lot quicker. The sets of 2 moved really quick, but I thought that I might be a bit fatigued. And it wasn't that bad at this point. So what I did was I went, okay, let's put a 10, 2.5 and 1.25 on. And obviously the collars, which adds it up to about 367, 368-ish. But I just used 366 as my number just because it's my favorite number. But in saying that, it moved a lot better than I thought it was going to, especially being fatigued and having done more sets than I had originally planned. So then to save myself from any more fatigue, because I still had a bit of a leg session to do, so I had single leg press to stretch out and do a bit of rehab. I had some hamstring curls and some leg extensions. I thought I'll do 1 drop set just down to 300, do a set of 2 just to stretch out any more tightness or any pulls that I've got. And honestly, it was one of my best sessions I feel like I've ever done. Just a